Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. A great article here from Street Insider. I'll leave a link to it in the description so you guys can check it out. So some dates, some pretty important dates are coming up for AT&T. February 25th, March 4th, March 11th. They're going to be hosting. They're going to be speaking at some conferences and presenting. I don't expect much new information. They just had a very, very big analyst day at the beginning of December where they dropped guidance and they gave a roadmap for the future. So all I really expect on these conferences is just them reconfirming the commitments they made at the analyst day and telling us that they're on track to meet all of their guided goals for this year. That's all I expect. I don't expect much of anything new, right? I don't expect them to come out and say we're building 40,000 small cells. They're going to keep it vague. They're going to keep it according to plan, right? We've recently learned by the moves that AT&T made that they may have seen something in the numbers that they didn't like. That's what that told us publicly. When they dropped the any iPhone, any condition, and then a week later they dropped $800 buyouts from the other carriers, that let us know that, hey, something's not right at AT&T. Something, because you don't do that as a carrier. You don't just spend additional acquisition dollars if you don't need to, right? It's common sense, not hard to figure out. So the fact that AT&T made that call and they did it relatively quickly from what I was made aware of. So that might give you a little bit of a concern, right? If you're an AT&T fan, right? You might say, okay, what's next, right? If plan A and plan B don't work, what's plan C? What are they going to do next, right? I've had some ideas myself, right? It's like it's harder to gain. It costs more to gain a customer than it is to keep one, right? So if you see a large number of your customers leaving because of an $800 buyout from Verizon, right? Why don't you just implement something where you're like, hey, if you still owe $700 on that phone, I'll pay it off and give you a new one here instead of you going to Verizon, right? Like I said, that's a $700 upfront payment, but to get that same customer back, you're going to have to pay $2,400 with everything that AT&T is offering. AT&T is offering $800 buyouts, $1,000 off on the phone, and that's per line. And then there's like another $200 gift card or a rebate card if you order it online. So you're spending more to get that customer through an acquisition than it is to retain them. If you just give them $700 and a new phone, right, it's going to be cheaper than you having to acquire that entire account. We're talking 4 lines, right? So that's just an idea, speculation of mine. I'm not saying that that'll happen, but I'm thinking, what's next, right? You're already taking broken phones. So it's like, when are we going to get the offer that states no trade-in, $1,000 off? It's coming, because how much money are you really getting off of that broken phone? It's a broken device, right? In some cases, it can still be salvaged, but in many, it's like, I've seen some of those trade-ins. They look like 18-wheelers ran over them like 4 or 5 times, So it's like, at what point do you just say, hey, look, I'm just gonna do the no trade in and pay off, give you $1,000 phone, right? Because at that point, you're just going to have broken devices sitting in the warehouse somewhere. So, and I know they can be used for parts and all that, but how much money are you really getting off of that? So these dates, be on the lookout. I'm going to tune in. I'm not expecting much from AT&T as far as info. If we do have somewhat of a negative quarter from what I'm hearing, right, a bit lower than that. That's why they did the move, because they got the competitiveness is heavy, right? It's a strong competitive market. So the AT&T might signal that at the conference, at the very first one. They might say, hey, our Q1 is coming in a bit low. They might do that, but because they really didn't put any ads out there. They dropped these deals quietly. They put them on the website, no press release, no marketing, no nothing. I'm hearing they have stuff planned for March Madness and PGA, but that's gonna very likely take them into Q2 until they really get, mind share in the market. It'll drop towards the end of the quarter, the Q1, but it's not going to be enough to save this quarter. If this quarter is a loss, then it's a loss. There's nothing else in my view that AT&T is going to be able to do to turn that around. So let me know your thoughts. Like, share, subscribe. See y'all in the next one. Peace.